Alright, so in this demo of GPX2IMG, I'm going to show you how to edit your tracks and do a little bit of changes on those, and then load your maps into map source and go from map source onto your GPS unit. So as you can see from last time, I've got my Heart Lake map loaded in here. It has my waypoints and my track in there. So I'm going to open a couple other files. I'm going to load Kia Bay and a West Coast Trail file. So here you can see it has our track and another trail in there, and this one here has two tracks, a day 1 and a day 3 track. What we can do is we can change our track types if we click on the track, or if we go to our tracks tab. You can see right now it's set to be a principal highway medium size. There's a whole bunch of different variety of options here. If you want to be strict about it, you can call it a track trail, because that's what it is, and it'll show up on your GPS unit with this dashed brown line. If you want to make it a little more visible on your GPS unit, you can call it something like a major highway, which is a thick orangish colored line. And you can change this one to be a different color, or a different size. We'll call this one ramp, because I like that color. You can go in and change your other ones here. We'll call this one an unpaved road, because it's an old logging road. And we'll call this one, it's a track trail, so we'll leave it as that. On our Heart Lake one here, we'll change it to a track and a trail as well. We can then just convert our files. So I've got map source running, so I've got to shut that down. Because it can't do its installation while map source is running, because it needs to change some files in map source. So we close that and convert our checked files, and conversion was successful. So we'll now open map source again, and you can see it right now. I have my topo map showing, so we'll switch to our GPX2IMG map and zoom in on it. We zoom in a couple times and we can see that it has our tracks here, our day 1, which is this one, and then our unpaved road and our trail, and then our day 3, which was the medium track. When you actually load it into your GPS unit, it'll show more similar to how it does in GPX2IMG, and map source just decides to display things differently for some reason. But we'll leave that for the second here and go back to GPX2IMG. The other nice feature that we can do here is if we go into our preferences, we can change our path type to custom colors. So what this allows us to do is change our track type and the way it looks to be any variety of different colors and a couple different thicknesses for each of those colors. So if we want this one to see the bright orange, or bright green, sorry, track, we can do that. And let's change this one to be a thick orange one, and this one to be, let's call it a thin blue line. And this one will change, thick black looks good, but we'll change the orange to be a thick purple line instead. So we can do shut down map source again, and do our conversion, and open up map source again, and we can see we've got our thick orange line and our thin blue line, our black and our purple, and if we scroll way over, we'll find our little green line here. What we can do now is we can load our maps onto our GPS unit using the map tool, and just like you would any other map, you just select your map. We can zoom out here to get our other ones, and we just select them all and they get shown up here in our maps tab on the left side. If we want to load these on with another map, since these are transparent images, they'll show up, say, on top of our topo map. We can go in and we can select the areas that the maps are above, and they also show up in here, and then we just do the transfer and send to device. And once it finds our GPS unit, it will send our maps, and we just hit send, and it does its thing. And now the data is all on my GPS unit. And this is how the maps will appear on your GPS unit. This is a screenshot of my GPS map 60CX. The colors aren't quite right because I captured it using X image, which sort of throws the colors off of it. But you can see in general there you have your thick black line, your thick purple line, your thick orange line, and your thin blue line down on the bottom right there. So that's how it all works.